I'm Shaking Gaming, and you are watching possibly my last Dragon Champions video. I like this game. I like that it's a game similar to Marvel Strike Force and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed, Looney Tunes, whatever that was called. Same thing, but without being bound by a major franchise, which I think is very good. I like that you are being rewarded more for spending. You can play this game without spending money, but if you do, you get rewarded more, I think, than in the other similar games with major franchises behind them. I like the feedback in this game from the devs and the interaction that they give. Also that they seem to listen from time to time to the advices coming and suggestions coming from the players. And I love all the feedback and the support and the questions that I've gotten from the content that I've made throughout more than a year. Not quite 1.5 years, but I'm getting there. Well, I'm not, it seems like. Also, the feedback I've gotten from various players in the game, you know who you are yourself. Some of you I've had quite a lot of chat with, and calculations and debating and strategizing, all sorts of different things. And as you know, I like theory crafting. If you've watched nearly any of my videos, you will know this. I like breaking things up into numbers, tearing them apart, putting up graphs and statistics for everything. But even with all that, I'm still quitting Dragon Champions now. Maybe not for good, maybe I'll come back, I don't know. But for now, I will be quitting the game. Now, why is that? The main reason, in my opinion, is the lack of content. There's still a steady stream of characters and of heroes, and I know that more are in production. But what to actually use them for is that if there's nothing interesting to use the heroes for, then it gets kind of boring, in my opinion. Let me take a graph I made. Now, this isn't 100% accurate, I know. It's also my interpretation of what is revamped content, what is new content, and what but especially the new hero count might be off here and there, but that's not what's important, in my opinion. The game launched back in August 2019. In October we got tournaments and a new hero, and then the new heroes kept coming in. In February 2020 we got Battle Pass, and then nothing for 4 months. Then finally Battlegrounds got released, both 1v1 and 3 versus 3, and Artifacts in the same month. That was massive, and it gave a lot of things to theorycraft with teams. It gave a lot of new ways to think and play the game, and also adding the artifacts was a game changer in many ways. Then they took the raids down again the month after, in August 2020, because there was too many errors in them. There were things that didn't work as they should, and well, they got taken down. We did get the T8 raid though at the time, but then a month later Battlegrounds relaunched under the new format. It has been changed slightly, but only with regards to how many camps you have and matchmaking algorithms and things like that. The concept of the Battlegrounds has been the same since September. Then we got hero challenges and revamped content again in December with the T9 raid. Since then, nothing. And I don't think there's any red or blue either in the following month. I don't know yet, but I don't think so. And this is what bores me. We had hero challenges as the last new thing, and they were interesting a while, but all the old players have done more or less all of them. They still don't have gear to gear them up, even half of those challenges they've done, but they've done most of them. It gets a bit stale in my opinion. This is my main reason. Next reason is the well, not next reason, it's just another reason, is the lack of testing that's been done the last half year or so, leading to multiple errors here and there and everywhere, and hot patches, hot fixes, nerfing characters, nerfing content, buffing content, a lot of things going on there. Now some may say, well, you're a tester yourself. Yes, I am, and I can guarantee you that I have tested everything I could and had the time to do. But a lot of the last patches I haven't had a chance to test before they came out. Or I got the test build 1 or 2 days before the actual patch came out. And maybe it was already sent to the Apple Store and the Android Store. Maybe it wasn't, but then if I had any feedback, the programmers wouldn't have time to incorporate my findings into the build anyway, then it would still be hotfixed later, which was a bit frustrating, or a lot in my opinion, to work under these conditions. Pretend that I'm a tester, but I don't even really get the chance to test anything because everything is so late that it felt wrong calling myself a tester at that time, and a bit disappointed because I want to contribute with this, but I didn't get the chance. So there's only been internal testing of everything released the last several months. That was reason number 2. That was personal for me because that's testing, and most of the player base doesn't have access to a test account, so you don't have any feelings about that. That was just my personal view on it. The last one I actually made a video about a few months back, that the time consumption was getting out of hand in this game. You have to do battlegrounds every second day. A battleground may take anywhere from 30 to 90 minutes in my personal experience. Every second day, 90 minutes. Then you have raid for people struggling or trying to move up a tier. That means a lot of time every second day, maybe an hour. I've spent 20 minutes, maybe a lot, every second day. Then there's arena. Okay, the fight itself is only maybe 15 minutes a day, but you have to be on at the exact time, the last hour, and recheck and re-enter matches, wait 10 minutes, then go in again and again. So it kind of blocks your options to do anything else than preparing and fighting in arena for that last hour if you want a good reward at payout. Then there's Tower. If you haven't completed it, that's a lot of work getting through every day, especially the Hearth Tower. Yes, it's just been changed again, but I hear there's not much of a change. Maybe the first 5 fights are easier, but they were easy anyway. It's the last 3-4 fights that are hard. That's a lot of time as well. Then there are tournaments. Tournaments are annoying. You get 1 ticket every 90 minutes, which means, and you can only carry 5. So if you sleep 8 hours, then you lose out on refreshes. You actually have to sleep less, and especially if most of the time you won't have exactly just used the last ticket with 1.5 hour timer when going to bed. So possibly you'll lose a full ticket while sleeping, and in 24 hours you get 16 tickets, 2 minutes every fight, plus you have to do at least 6 refreshes every day if you want to compete in the top. Then it's getting up to 22 fights every day of 2 minutes. That's 45 minutes nearly. 45 minutes just for tournaments every day. Is there anything else? I think I got most of it. Yeah, of course, then there's the events, the challenges, gearing up, checking the shops, runes, artifacts, leveling up everything. That takes time as well, and it gets out of hand in my opinion. It's too much time spent on one game if you want to do it 100%. And I tend not to play casual. I play either not or 100% of a game, and it takes too much time in my opinion. It's getting out of hand. What more to say? In the end, it's the lack of content though, not the time consumption that does it for me. The lack of the time consumption is just another brick on top, but it's the lack of content that bores me, and the reason that I'm possibly quitting for good, possibly quitting temporarily, who knows? We'll have to see about that. I have no hard feelings. I have no regrets playing this game. I wish all of you players that keep on playing it and the game itself the best of luck, the devs as well. But I'm stepping out. Maybe I'll be back, maybe I won't. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for the support. Have a great game.